What's up? What's
Yo,
up?
what's going on, everybody?
What's up? We in here today. Are y'all ready for this one? You already know how it's going down. Take it to the streets TV. We out here, Shoot It Fat with Smoove. Got the homeboy Jay Asher up in the seats, man. You already know. Yeah, so y'all see what's going on here today. Y'all see what's going on here today. I'm getting a mute message. Am I muted? I don't think so. I hope y'all can hear me out there. Throw a fist up if you can hear me now.
Yo, what up, what up?
We in here. Can y'all hear me well? Y'all gonna need to hear me for this one, man. Are y'all ready? Alright, so basically,
I'm ready for some more popcorn.
we're gonna be talking about our homeboy Cam Newton.
Round 2.
He's basically got the internet on fire for the past couple of days. He had a joint out there on the $1 million worth of game podcast. And a lot of people sick about that shit, particularly women, understandably, because if you heard the way he conveyed the message, I could see how people would miss kind of what he meant, or just misinterpret, or just not like what he said in general, because it's not for everyone to like anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Before we go diving into it, do you feel like he kind of like just didn't word things right?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I would love to say, well, he just didn't articulate it well. Right? That could be a case, but I don't know.
I'm on the fence too. I can't decide.
You know, he might have meant just how it sounded. If he did, then it was a little harsh, but I mean, I get the general gist of it, and it's definitely worth a discussion because what he said, it actually had some value to it. It's just a matter of, should he had said it that way. So
Right, the delivery.
Yeah, his delivery was crazy. I'm gonna run this clip a couple times during this joint. I'll let y'all see it just so you can understand what he said. And a lot of people did cut out the second part of it. They just took the main part where you could hear what he's saying, but it's like, now, I don't think that's what he meant. But if you at least get the full context, then you're like, oh, okay. It doesn't sound as bad once you hear the whole thing. So I got a good portion of it, at least to where I feel like you can get the message he conveyed. If that was how he meant it or not, I can't
Right,
say,
this is the whole clip that went viral.
Yeah, we can't give the whole clip without getting a strike on us, but we'll give as much as we can without violating. So here you go.
I had a perfect example of what a man was in my life by my father. My parents has been together for 36, 37 years now, and it's a beautiful thing. I grew up in a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. And I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is a person who's just, girl, I'm a bad bitch. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Okay.
And it's a lot of women who are bad bitches. And I say bitches in a way not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick. Now, a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that. No, baby, like, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
Yeah. So that's what he's got. So he's saying pretty much, you know, forget all the bad bitch thing, right? Can you cook?
Fuck everything. Just, can you cook?
What he's trying to say is that, you know, a lot of men don't value what women would like you to value.
Right.
Right? Females tend to really go hard right now, especially the feminist groups. And they should go hard for certain things because there are certain things that are worth going hard for on the feminine side, for sure. But with the equality situation, I'm not sure if females really, really, really want equality all the way around.
Yeah,
I don't think so, because if that's the case, then you're going to have to give up some of your benefits.
Right. That's
as
what
well.
That's
So
exactly what I was
you may
about to
not
say.
want to open up that can of worms as much as you think you do. You know, you don't want to start waiting at the end of the lines of clubs because, you know, you're hot and it doesn't matter anymore. You're just going to wait with everybody else. You don't want men to open the doors for you. You don't want men to pay for almost all the dates, if not all the dates. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're at with it. Is that what you really want? Do you really want equality? Do you really want equality? So, I mean, he said he had a very good example, at least in his own mind, right? He said he had a 3-parent household, his mother, his father, and a grandparent, right? And he, for what he values as a woman is somebody who pretty much
Can cater to a
complimented-
man, right?
Yeah, and you know, I would say support. You know, catering. It sounds like a dirty word when you say cater to people.
I mean, literally though, he said, "Can you cook? Can you cater to a man?" Like,
he said, "Can you cater to a man's needs?"
right.
Now, see, he could have presented it differently, and that's why I say maybe he didn't articulate it best. Because if he would have said support, it would have been completely different.
Right.
You know what I mean? Versus cater, because cater is just that makes a woman feel like, or can make a woman feel like, when they hear words like that, then
They feel degraded.
yeah,
Like,
they feel like, we're not slaves.
right.
You know what I mean? We're not here to cater to, you know, to cater to your needs. That's just, when you just listen to how people normally use that phrase, it's like, yeah, do you really want to do that? But I mean, in all actuality, he did go in about the men too. He said that sucker shit gotta end. So, and that's the whole thing. What people have to understand is that all of these things that men are asking women to do, only certain men get to ask for these kinds of things.
Right.
The bum cats don't get to ask for this type of stuff. I'm just saying. If
How are you gonna ask for something when you're sleeping on her couch?
Exactly. If you move in with a female, you can't expect for a woman to cater to you. That's not a go.
Right.
You're not doing anything. You're not doing your part to even deserve that, right? So you have to understand what your main business is as a man is to protect, provide, right? There are certain things that you have to do. If there's some noise you hear at night,
You better jump up.
that's for you. That's for you. And I've had situations like that. Thank goodness it was a false alarm all the time, but there was no circumstance where I'd be like, oh, come on. No, you stay right here. All you're supposed to do as a woman is make sure
Protect
the
the
kids are
kids,
good.
yeah.
You grab the kids, make sure they're good. I'm going to go handle downstairs. I don't care if it's one of them or 50 of them. You stay right there. And,
I'm the first line of defense.
Exactly. Right? And a woman is not expected to do that. And, you know, no one with a sound mind would expect a woman to do that. Right? And no woman with a sound mind would try to do that. That's just not how it go. A lot of females will say, well, no, I'll get up, I'll fight you, Robert. Yeah, whatever.
They got a stick, they might. We
that's,
coming.
that's not expected of you. You know what I mean? But if certain other things like trash, you know what I mean? my wife, my daughter doesn't touch trash ever. They don't have to take out any trash. That's what I do for the household. Or my son, now he does. He's old enough. He do it. But either way, the women don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? So there are benefits to being a woman that are old fashioned that I'm sure they appreciate and wouldn't want to stop receiving, right? But with that, and if you're good with all of that, then there's certain things that you have to be able to do as well that only a woman can or would do for her man. In that sense,
Right.
have you ever had a woman who was very catering, or just
When I was really young, yeah.
really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like when we were kids, I'm talking about kindergarten to
Kindergarten.
fourth
What
grade.
can the kindergarten do to cater to you?
Oh, bro, she did anything for me.
Like?
I'm talking about my first girlfriend. She used to cook, believe it or not, in like fourth, fifth grade.
Cool.
She was starting to learn how to cook. Yeah, she used to cook for
you?
me.
She cooked for you.
She used to make me ramen all the time. She used to cook up the Easy Mac, throw the water in the bowl in the microwave. But nah, for real, grilled cheese and all that shit. She really knew how to cook it. Like,
Yeah,
however
no,
young
if you're
you
that
are.
old, that's actually great. That's a great start, great practice. So
How about yourself?
yeah, certainly.
Say even before now. No.
Yeah, I can say that. Yeah. But at the same time, I earned that privilege, and like I said, it's a privilege
So say you
to be
didn't.
catered to. It's a privilege. You can't just expect that just because. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's a privilege. It's something that you earn by taking care of business, by being a man's man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like you're expected to be masculine, you're expected to be feminine, and there are gender roles, whether we like it or not. There are
Right.
certain things that females are absolutely going to expect you to do as a man, period. And it's vice versa. And that's what I hope he was trying to convey. It didn't come out anything like that,
Right.
to be honest. It came out real crazy, like he was just talking some extra shit. And then he's not the right guy for that. Ramen and Easy Mac don't count. I'm gonna tell you, GC, that shit count as a fourth and fifth grader.
Yeah, man.
Yes, for fourth and
Hell
fifth
yeah.
grader, that shit counts. For real.
For
I'll
real,
count that.
yeah.
Yeah, because what is she gonna do? Like a 3-course meal and shit?
Right. Yeah, what are you expecting from,
A fourth
what,
and fifth grader.
8, 9 years old?
That's not bad. Easy Mac and grilled cheese. That takes a little bit of technique to make a proper grilled cheese. It just it takes a little bit of technique.
Bro, that shit was crispy. That shit was not soggy, all buttered.
Like
Nah.
the brown got to be right. Did she butter the bread before the cheese?
I don't remember.
Oh shit.
I just remember she used to bring in the plate.
By the way, before we get lost in the sauce, look, the Batman is here
Again.
yeah, this is like the 5th week in a row.
5th week. Longest
Okay.
reigning champion.
Yeah, and then we got the Ghostbusters car. What didn't it have a name? If anybody could find a name of that, I think they named that shit something. Anybody who knows the name of that shit right there, the Ghostbusters car, let me know. Yeah, just let me know what that is. And vote, by the way. We can take a vote for the Batmobile or the Ghostbusters car. I'm expecting the Ghostbusters to beat the Batmobile this time.
I think the Batmobile might just win again. I don't want him to win again.
You
but
think
I
the Batmobile is going to beat the Ghostbusters car?
I think
you kidding
so.
me? Hell no.
I think so.
Nah, not once we get the actual name out.
GC, what's your vote?
So anyway, like I said, I would definitely count that because she's on the right path. When was the last time you heard from the homegirl?
It's been a few years now. We were friends for a while, but, life happened and we just kind of drifted
Separated.
apart. Yeah.
Oh man, so you don't speak to her ever again? Damn, Ghostbusters got to vote. Never
Nah.
again?
I mean, I would, but I don't anticipate it happening. No. She's got her own life, man.
She's making grilled cheese for somebody else now, man. Shit.
That's fine. I'll make my own.
So, that's got to be the only one? Is that the only one? That was the last time you've been catered to?
Yeah,
Period?
I mean, my ex, when things were ending, she was really catering.
When things were ending?
Yeah, so
What?
kind of as like a cover-up, I guess. That's what I think.
Oh, you feel like she was compensating for some fuck shit because of
Yeah, for
all the other
for
stuff
the
that happened?
thottery that was going on,
Okay, so she felt like probably.
But
kinda
yeah,
guilty.
she was really catering. Like, there was a couple nights where she spent like $80, $90 on fucking crab legs for us. Like these crazy fucking seafood platters and all that. There was the whole summer last year. She was really, really catering out of nowhere, which was, you know, red flag, red flag, red flag.
I mean, shit. For me, if somebody started to do that to me, that shit would have went over my head because that's not the first.
It went
thing
over
I
mine
thought
at
of.
first.
I wouldn't think of that. I would have took it for face value, like, oh damn, she's stepping the game up. That's what's up. You know what I mean? That's what I would have thought. That she's stepping her game up. So,
but
that's the way I would have took it.
Nah. Fuck that.
You took it a whole nother way and said, damn, she's trying to get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, man. I peep everything. Listen, I don't know about you, but me as a Virgo,
if you had,
I overthink everything.
I don't overthink. I definitely analyze a lot of shit, but I don't overthink. Overthinking would be a little too much. Like, well, at least I don't consider
maybe
it overthinking.
Maybe I should phrase that
somebody
different
else
then.
does.
Right. Maybe that's like part of the misconstrued ideas. People with Virgos, like we're thought to be. Not only are we hoes to everybody, but
Virgos are supposed to be hoes? No way.
yeah, that's one of the number one things you hear about Virgos is that they're hoes and we overthink everything. We think too much.
What?
Yeah.
I don't believe you, bro. I don't believe you, bro.
No, deadass. If you look it up.
Bro.
Well, I'm gonna look it up
No,
right now.
you can, but I still not gonna believe you.
Anyway, I digress.
I'm not
Cam
gonna
Newton.
So now Cam Newton had a whole instance before, which made it a problem, right?
Right.
He had a whole video. I'm not gonna bring that one up too, but basically, a female reporter was talking about things, and then he just stood there and he was like, "Oh man, I think it's funny when I hear females talk about routes," and he said it so sarcastically. That was absolutely, I guess, sexist. I don't want to say chauvinistic because that's a very, very strong word.
Right.
People would call it chauvinistic. I wouldn't. I would just say it was very sexist. How he would that was just not the way to go with that. He got a lot of flack for that, and then now he already has this perception of him. People already figure you to be sexist and a chauvinist. So it's like, damn. Anything that he says right now, people are gonna take it that way. So he doesn't really have a shot at anybody really taking what he says seriously or how he intended it to be. Like, he can say anything and it's just going to be perceived as chauvinistic after that one. You know what I'm saying? That's not the only thing he said. A lot of times when he talks, man, it's just pretty wild. So, I don't know. And like Jason says here, he just might not have a job. He said Kaepernick didn't word things right. He lost his job. Cam Newton is referred to now as a free agent.
Yeah.
Nobody picked him up. He did have a job last season, but he's a free agent right now. And after this, he's probably still going to be a free agent because his production is okay. He was awesome. You know, we got all the way to the Super Bowl, but sometimes people just lose it, man.
Yeah, but he had more picks last year than touchdown passes.
Yes. So he's not what he used to be. So yeah, now
they had him for half a season and he won what? One game, maybe two.
Yeah, it was like I know his first game he won. He looked good that first game, but I don't know what the hell happened after that. But
probably got paid. Here, just fuck up.
So as it is right now, he's gonna be hard pressed to find a quarterback position, man. There's some young talent coming out this year too. I don't know. He might be.
I think he might be a bench warmer.
I think. Why?
Because there's going to be a team, like, just for instance, the Cowboys, that have an okay quarterback, but if that okay quarterback gets hurt, they have Dookie on the bench.
You know what? Unfortunately, I don't even want to bring it up, but there's a team in Pennsylvania who might need a quarterback now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he might be able to go there because they're obviously short a quarterback right now, unfortunately. But
then again, they could just go in the draft and draft a quarterback in the first round.
Yeah, they could absolutely do that. I'm going to leave the number up for a second, and I want to know what people think about it. If they feel like Cam Newton is absolutely
You got the phone?
out of line? Yes, I do.
Sweet.
And that number is 215-666-6230.
Yeah, somebody call up and give us your input.
6230. I want to know, if somebody really feels like Cam Newton was out of line, or people are just taking this out of context, because some people really ripped his ass.
Yeah.
They were going hard on Homeboy about this shit, man, like crazy. I couldn't believe what they were doing, but some people really, really, really did not appreciate what he said. And
I personally don't think it was that bad. It was just the delivery of things. Like, I think he just got taken a little too harshly because he was way too harsh in what he said. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna play that clip again, real quick too, just so I can kind of get it.
I had a perfect example of what a man was in my life by my father. My parents have been together for 36, 37 years now, and it's a beautiful thing. I grew up in a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. And I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is a person who's just, girl, I'm a bad bitch. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Okay.
And it's a lot of women who are bad bitches. And I say bitches in a way, not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick. Now, a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that, no, baby, like, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
Yeah, shout to Gailey and Wallow for really like stirring up hella controversy. They've been having a lot of shows that are some of these sound bites have gone viral. They got people saying all type of crazy shit. But what this boils down to, right, is just what men appreciate about a female. And can a female actually provide that? Can a female actually, and are they willing to provide that? And it's not about a woman not being able to work and all of that and everything else. And that's the whole thing now too. That's something different. So if you're the female that you're with is actually putting up as much money as you are and is getting as much money as you are, providing like you are, then you know what? You can't expect for the female to be able to cater to you as much. If you got her working out all day like you, then damn, you might have to split the catering business for real, because she's doing just as much as you are. She's earning like you supposed to be earning. You know what I'm saying? So can you really dig that? Do you feel like a man should pay the cost to be the boss?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's a whole other situation.
Yeah, that's going into the whole maintaining your masculine frame thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what does that mean to you? What does maintaining your masculine frame mean to you?
Doing the things that are expected of you as a man.
Like? Like?
Just not being feminine. If that makes, I could break that down, but...
Yeah, break that down. What would you consider being feminine?
Like dressing with really tight clothes, like the whole... I couldn't do skinny jeans. I'm sorry. There's some guys that wear the skinny jeans, and I couldn't wear skinny jeans.
So you feel like skinny jeans are not masculine?
No, I don't feel like they're masculine at all.
Okay.
That's one thing. Tight clothing. Having your lady hold the door open for you.
Yeah, that would be weird to me.
Right.
That would be very weird to me. I don't think that I
letting your girl pay for the whole meal. Like if you guys go 50-50, that's cool. But as a man, you should jump up. Nah, I got this. You know what I mean?
Have you ever had a female pay for your meal?
Yeah, a couple times, but
okay.
Not at a restaurant, like
Oh,
on
okay,
DoorDash.
okay,
And
okay.
I always gave half. If she was paying for the whole thing, nah, here's half. Take the cash. I don't care.
Okay. And you know what? I don't feel like that's bad once in a while to be treated. It's not bad once in a while. It's okay. But majority of the time, yeah, you should be doing your thing. If you want to be a leader, and that's the whole thing too. For a man to be respected as a leader, because men want to lead, and most successful heterosexual relationships are led by men. That's just
Right.
how it goes, because just the decision making is just different. You know what I mean? Men and women should be treated equal in certain aspects, but when it comes to the final decision, it's expected that the man does it. However, the man has to be prepared to make the proper decision. The man has to be able to be trusted to make the proper decisions. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, he has to be financially responsible. You know what I mean? Like, it's certain things that you have to do as a man that's expected of you, that you just have to do. There's no way that you could not be like that and then expect for someone to follow you. How could you follow a bad leader? If you're not a good leader and you don't have your shit together, you try to move in with homegirl, you don't have your own place, and you are like 30 years old.
Yeah, you're
It's like-
following the female at that point.
Yeah. So of course you're not going to be respected. So you can't really have a female appreciate you if you are not worthy of that. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect to depend on a female and then she's going to look up to you and want to follow you as a leader.
Right.
How?
Sometimes you just can't expect the unexpected. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying. So if you're not taking care of business, if you're not going to work every day, you're not getting to the money, you're not leading by example, then you can't really lead. I'm sorry, It's not much you can do with that. There's certain things that is expected of you. You're not going to be able to get that off. Period. So that's the main thing people have to understand. Like I was saying before, it's no way that if you're trying to lead and you want a woman to follow you, that you don't know what you're doing. It's almost like if you want to fly this plane, like if you don't know how, you're just gonna crash. You jump in the plane with a pilot. If you want somebody to co-pilot,
It's like what Chris
you
Rock
the
said
main
in
pilot.
Tambourine.
What?
Not every job can have bad apples. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Imagine you get on a plane and the pilot says, well, some of us like the land, but we got a couple bad apples. You know what I mean?
You're doomed. You're destined for failure if you don't have a good leader. And that's the thing. Are you responsible? Do you know how to pay bills? I mean, back in the day, we used to know how to write checks, but do you know how to?
I know how to write a check.
Okay, that's good. Do you know how to send an electronic check? Do you know how to make sure your bills are paid on time? Do you have a good credit rating? Can you put yourself and your family into a house?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or are you in the 500s? You in the low 600s, and maybe you could get one. Or like, is that you? Do you expect somebody to follow you if you're doing that? You know what I'm saying? Because females are really not playing right now. There's way more females in college now. There's more females in college than men right now, at least enrolled. There are females that are making enough money to where they don't need the support of a man. So, what are you actually bringing to the table as a man?
Right.
And you're going to be hard pressed to get one of those females to treat you a certain way. Now, that's another topic because that's the thing. Females who are getting a bunch of money or, they're financially independent, that's the main thing. Females who are financially independent, many of them have a different attitude. And I say that to say, they're like, well, we don't need you. What do you do? I don't need you. I got my own bread. What you going to do for me? And there are many men who are attracted to females like that, right? Because they're not doing anything. But a dude who has his own money is in no way really going to be attracted to a female because of her money. You know what I'm saying? He will be attracted to a female because of how she is. If she so happens to have money, that's great.
Right. It's all about the mindset for me.
Yeah. And that's what people have to understand. It's definitely the mindset. There's no other way to go about it. It's all about mind frame. Like, are you able to get along with me? Are you able to help bring me peace? Because that's the main thing men want from a woman. Peace. Can you help me with peace? Can I get peace from you? That's the main thing. You know what I mean? Of course, there's also sex. That's definitely a thing.
Right.
And if it's going to be lousy, you know, that's definitely not a good thing. Nobody
wants no lousy sex.
That happens though. But,
boring ass sex. Same two positions over and over.
You sound like that happened to you before.
Wait
a minute. How could you have that though? You said the same. Don't you dictate what positions happen?
Yeah, but
so how did you end up in the same two positions over and over?
no, I'm just saying as example. But I could go real deep into that pause.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, a girl that's just not into the freak shit. Like, I'm nasty, bro. I like the freak shit. A girl that's not into the freak shit and nah, just doggy until you nut.
Yeah, I got time, cuz.
Yeah, I always got time. Nah, but like, yeah, if a girl's not into the freak shit and you're trying to do more than just doggy and missionary till I nut.
I knew that was gonna be the two.
That's everybody's too.
That's classic.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
saying
like,
freak shit. What does that even mean?
Bro, I don't have limits. Like,
What does that even mean?
whatever. It
What
could
does
mean
that even
whatever.
mean?
Let's fuck on a roller coaster. Like, take it to extremes. That's my point.
You'd probably die if you tried to fuck on a roller coaster, man.
I mean, good
can't-
luck. But I'm with it.
I can't think of any scenario where a roller coaster you
Get my point. Take it to the extreme. Let's wait
You're
till
the
we
one that
stop
said
at
you
the
could get
top.
deep into it, bro. I was gonna let you go, man.
I'm always trying to get deep into it.
I wasn't gonna stop you.
I hope not. Especially if I'm having a good time. Don't stop.
Wait. All right, then I'm gonna stop you. So, with that, I'm taking this number down because I damn sure want to vote.
Speaking of votes, we only have one vote for the Ghostbuster drawing, right?
Nah, we need more than that.
And we still don't know the name of it. What is this thing called? Somebody tell us.
I don't even know. You can look it up real quick. What's the name of the Ghostbusters? A wagon. The Ghostbusters wagon. I don't know, but I'm hoping that bitch pulls out because I'm about sick of setting up Batman over here in the winner circle again and again and again. I like for a car to get like a good 1 or 2 weeks.
It's called the Ecto 1.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's
A
exactly what it is, yeah.
1959 Cadillac Miller Meteor?
There we go. The Ecto 1. So we got the Ecto 1 versus that damn Batmobile again. The Michael Keaton Batman. That was from Batman and Batman 2. They had that. That was like when it first came out as a movie. I think that was like late 90s or some shit like that. But yeah, we're going to put the hotline up. But feel free to vote at any point with that shit. There you go.
Yeah, everybody vote. What's the point of being here and not interacting with us? We're trying to interact with y'all, man.
So there go your number, 215-666-6230. Either way, I am not... hold on. Let me get this up here again. Cam video. For anyone who missed it.
I had a perfect example of what a man was in my life by my father. My parents has been together for 36, 37 years now, and it's a beautiful thing. I grew up in a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. And I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is a person who's
That's
just,
funny motherfuckers.
you know, girl, I'm a bad bitch. You know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Okay.
You know, and it's a lot of women who are bad bitches, and I say bitches in a way not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick. Now, a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that. No, baby, like, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to
There's
lead.
something else that was real crazy about this cat too. And I'm gonna tell you why, another thing that people really went in on Cam Newton about. They were saying that his girlfriend, right?
Mm-hmm.
She was pregnant, and while she was pregnant, he went and got a side joint pregnant at the same time.
Oh shit! I did
So
not hear that.
so that kind of fucked the game up for Cam Newton right there. He looked like a womanizer.
Yeah, he just forfeited the game. He made it to
So
the last level and
he
said,
can't really be the spokesman for for men, because I forgot about that one. Women were very pissed about that because your homegirl pregnant, your girlfriend, she pregnant, and then you go ahead and jizz in a side joint, raw diggity, right? Just raw diggity, no problem. And now you're like, yeah. He had no business doing that one. So if you got somebody pregnant already, if you're going to smash the side joint, you know what I'm saying? Make sure, please make sure that you strap up. Don't get a whole nother one pregnant, because that's pretty wild. You know what I'm saying? Do not. Do not do that. Please do not do that. So a lot of women were really mad about that particular fun fact. And I can see that. And then, of course,
well, yeah.
And that's the whole thing. They started digging in. I heard a lot of bullshit about Cam Newton today, man, because they were really trying to slam the shit out of him. That's the whole thing. Once,
I mean, at that point, he kind of deserves it.
damn.
If you get two bitches at the bro, no, don't damn me,
What? Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say, bro.
bro. If you
Go ahead.
if you get two bitches pregnant, you get he's married, right? They are married.
I don't think so. I think it was his girlfriend.
Okay, well that's different. I thought they were married. I was gonna say, like, still though, as loyal as he's painting himself to be with this chick, to go and get a side
Wait, who
chick
said
pregnant,
he was trying to paint himself to be loyal?
is he not trying to paint himself as like the? How can I say it? In all the podcasts and all the interviews,
Mm-hmm.
they are close together physically, and he's trying to make himself sound like super dad. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, do you
So
feel
they-
like there's a direct correlation between his indiscretions and his ability to father a child?
yeah, if you're gonna try to be super dad, like I'm saying, Superman Cam Newton to the rescue, you would want to be loyal to the girl that birthed those kids. You know what I mean?
Maybe. And see, that's the whole thing.
Well, how are you going to lead, like we were talking about earlier, how are you going to lead by example as a father
go ahead.
and cheat on the mom? Huh?
Well,
Is that leading a good example?
hey, I don't know what their agreement is. People
Well,
still
if there's
be
an
doing-
open relationship,
Hold on.
that's a different story.
Nikolai McComb, people still be doing this illness. What?
Who's
I saw
that?
my son Jacob. What is that? I don't even know what he's talking about.
Oh, that's Nikki. What's up, Nikki? That's Mama Nikki.
What up? People still be doing that illness. What? I'm trying to see what.
Huh? People still be doing the... I think she meant the illest. Like the fucked up shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. Is that a female?
Yeah.
Call up. The number's right on there.
Yeah,
I wanna
come on, Miss
I
Nikki.
would love
Come
to
on,
hear
mama.
a female's perspective about this, because this shit is real. I want to hear what a female has to say about it. What do you think about the whole Cam Newton thing?
If you missed it, we can go back. Travel Smoove will relay everything he already said.
Yeah. So just if you need, just put a thumbs up if you already saw it. Put a thumbs down if you did not. I'll play it again so that you can jump in, because I absolutely want to hear a female's perspective on this
Facts.
joint. For real, for real. Whoa. Nope.
What you mean, nope?
You didn't see it. So I'm gonna no, she's
I
not
thought you
calling.
meant nope. She's not calling.
I think that's what she meant.
Come on, call up.
She said nope. She's gonna keep it right there, and that's fine too. But I definitely want to hear a female's perspective. Even if you want to say some shit on there too, that's fine.
Ma, you want me to blow your shit? You just tried to call my phone. Come on, call up.
So yeah, nah, it's all good. Don't force it. They either with the shits or not, man.
Bored.
But what I'm saying is, dudes, you made us look bad. I did what? I did it. Did what?
What did you do? Did she call up?
I don't think so.
I did not hear a ring-a-ling-ling.
Wait.
Call the number on the screen. Don't call my phone. There's a number at the bottom of the screen.
Oh yeah, it's that one. That's the 215-666-6230. That's the one. But yeah, I don't know. This shit got me fucked up, bro. Cause with this dude, I feel like if somebody else would have said it, like if Steve Harvey would have said it, you know, the panderer,
Yeah.
it would have been received completely differently.
Completely different.
There are certain dudes who could have said the same exact thing, and it would have been received differently. Period. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
I don't know. He's
But those
probably
people earned
the
a
worst
different
example to say some shit like that for real.
Yeah, but Steve Harvey has a different respect in any game. He's Steve Harvey. He's not Cam Newton.
Why do you think Steve Harvey gets the respect he does?
A, he's older. B, he's a lot smarter
Steve
In
Harvey's
terms-
smarter, you think?
in terms of his delivery with things like that. He would be able to get his point across in a different way. He's a motivational speaker.
Okay.
He's like, I'm pretty sure he does life coaching things, right?
I'm not a fan.
Really? You're not a fan of
his
Steve
life
Harvey?
coaching. No, he's cool. Listen, he's funny as hell. I like him as a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mess with a lot of his shows, right? Family Feud. I think he's one of the better hosts on Family Feud.
Right?
I don't like his judge show. He got a
Nah,
decent
I don't
radio
like that
show.
shit either.
But yeah, as far as the life coaching shit, I don't know, bro. Steve Harvey's responsible for a lot of goofy shit that's happening out here right now.
Why do you say that?
You ever listen to Steve Harvey and watch that motivational speaking stuff about the like what he tells? Have you? I had the book too.
Excuse me. I'd
that
love to.
whole think like a man shit.
Mm-hmm. I want to read that.
Don't. Take it to the streets TV. Shoot the fat with Smoove. What's happening?
Hey, son.
What's up, Miss Nikki? What's up, Mama?
What's happening with you?
How are you?
I'm good. Now, come on. What's your perspective on this?
Was it raining?
Nah.
It wasn't raining.
Oh, okay, good. Well, you good to go.
So let me ask you this.
Now you're good
Now
to
that
go.
we got you on, what would you like us to call you, Nikki?
You can say whatever, G.
Oh, you talking to
That's
Smoove
Nikki.
right now? You talking to Smoove right now?
Oh, my bad.
No,
You can say whatever you want.
All right, bet. Cool. So check it out. Have you gotten a chance to see that whole video with Cam Newton?
I have not.
Have you heard about it?
No, I have not.
All right. So Cam Newton basically said we ran it a couple times on here.
Yeah, she kind of just jumped in.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So Cam Newton basically says that a woman, you know, women are more concerned about being a bad bitch than actually catering to a man's needs, right? And he said he had a perfect example: 3-parent household. He lived with his mother, his father,
Right.
and his grandmother. He said his parents have been together for what, 36, 37 years, something like that. And he's like, can you cook? Do you know how to cater to a man's needs? So what do you feel about Cam Newton just overall, in general, first of all?
First of all, you just gave me his background of who he was raised by and what he's seen in his home.
Gotcha.
So, the female that he hit is going to emulate the people that were in his home.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's what he would like.
this wasn't a cook. What happened?
That's what he would like, right?
Yeah, that's what exactly. But women today are not going to be submissive because of the simple fact that they feel as though a man will control them. And it has been done. I'm a single mother.
Okay.
It's, you know, but you still do need to, if that woman was to run into somebody like him, they do need to be able to do that and be submissive if he's just with that woman.
Okay. Okay.
I do agree with that because a lot of us women would say, "Oh, we don't get no good men or anything." That's because we don't be submissive. That's because we deal with bum behind dudes that think, you know, they just we deal with bum behind boys and hope that they get to where they need to be, and they still standing there waiting for you to make moves. So, if that was me, of course, submissive, yes. And I'm at the age to where it's like, hey, that's the only thing you can be is submissive or whatever, and be able to keep them happy.
Wow. I don't know if you just heard. I don't know if you just heard that, but
A bad bitch. I don't like that. A bad bitch is somebody that's very smart and can hold her own conversation and can do an a problem real quick. That's a bad bitch to me. Just because you got this dope ass body and everything, you know, I love delicious, but you know, look at that. She got married to the dude from the Exonerated Five, and now they're divorced. Like, what kind of stuff is that?
Exactly. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. That actually should not have been. But you know what? I'm gonna give him a pass for marrying Delicious because he was locked up for a very long time. I would expect him. You know, he didn't get time to be a man outside. So for him to make a mistake like that, that's probably one of his first mistakes. So he went in when he was pretty much a teenager, right? So he's still a teenager as far as world exposure is concerned. So for him to make a mistake like that, you know, it is what it is.
I believe his father said something to him about it.
Yeah, don't you marry that big boo.
And she probably was like, okay, that's what's up. You know, I'm gonna put my magic on him because she's seen this big house. He's a millionaire. I'm gonna go ahead and marry this man. But deep down inside, I think he was still looking at it like she still wants some of my money because she's not that relevant out here. And plus, on top of all the men that she dealt with, men look at that stuff.
Word.
So he married somebody that Busta Rhymes done had, Stevie J done had.
Yep.
Everybody in the industry done
Flavor Flav done had. Don't forget that. That's how she came up.
But she said
You going after Flavor Flav, bruh.
and he looked like a roach, but the whole thing about it was her way of getting rich. She didn't care, and she's still trying to make herself relevant. Situation.
And people done forgot about it.
4 years old.
She's How old is she?
What happened?
How old was she?
She's like 40. She's 44 years old.
She mid-40s. Oh, man. Damn.
Yeah, because she's getting them things, so she just spent like $8 million of that man's money.
God damn.
From the
Yes.
time she got with him on up, but she knew what she was doing.
God damn. Apparently.
Right, that much money.
That's
boy.
crazy. So I'm going to ask you this way. So you feel like a woman should pretty much cater to a man's needs?
If he's worth catering to.
Okay, what does that mean?
If he's, you know, back in the day, I still look at it like men do go to work and leave the woman home.
Okay.
I believe in that. You know, the housewife or whatever. Yeah, we may get bored, but he's still the man in the house and he's going to provide. Why would I not be, and you talk about Kaepernick, like, come on. Even though he messed up his job, his gig or whatever, he's doing something somewhere else to get money, like for real.
Oh, yeah. You saw he had a contract with Nike like crazy just now. He got enough money to retire. Period. For the rest of it, he don't have to work again.
Exactly. So he's good to go. So being submissive, what, the girl didn't want to be submissive to him or something?
I think he's had a bunch of experiences where that not was a thing for him to have such a perspective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He worried about that. Well, can you cook? Do you know how to cater to a man's needs? So that's personal for him. I can tell just by how passionate he was when he said it.
Well, he's like female to be able to do the same thing that his mama and his grandmama could do.
Exactly. Yep. And that's the example he had.
It's the whole thing. I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? This kind of goes back to what we talk about on this channel. We do a lot of mental health stuff here too, right? Mm-hmm. Mental health and relationships is the motto. So we talk about the importance of a dual parent household, right? So not to say he makes the illest decisions in the world. However, he has his opinions, but at the end of the day, he is a success story. Period.
Yeah.
He has his opinions.
So he can say that he got money.
He's a success story. He worked very hard to get where he is. College educated, right? You have to be in the NFL. Like, you know, a starting quarterback made it to the Super Bowl, which most quarterbacks will never, right?
Right.
Success story, and he still has a voice that people listen to. So no matter how much people may not appreciate him, you can't down what it is that he's accomplished as a man. You know what I'm saying? So his parents did do a good job. I mean, he has a different way of articulating things. I'm not sure if he's just doing that for the sake of shock value, because that's what he because it definitely, those sound bites really go viral, and it keeps him trending like a motherfucker, period. You know what I'm saying? So we don't even know if that's what this is, but either way, it's definitely worth the discussion. So I'm glad to see. Let me ask you, did you grow up in a dual parent household?
Yes and no.
Okay, explain if you may.
All right. My mom was always there.
Okay.
My dad was there at night and on the weekends because, back in the day, older men. Can I cuss on here or no?
You can say whatever you want, as long as it's nothing racist or
uncensored.
Yeah.
Nothing racist.
Yeah, that's the only thing you can't really do, and as long as it's nothing, no bigotry, you're good to go. Say what you like.
Okay, so my mom decided to stay with my dad because his money and his dick was long.
Oh.
She had other children by other men, but she knew that my dad was the workaholic and would bring the money home. So she dealt with the infidelity of being with, him being with another woman. So me seeing that and understanding that, hey, I can do it too because I do things out of, my look or, me just giving a smile or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She had to do what she had to do. I can say yes and no.
So was your mom the main?
In my life.
Your mom was the main, right?
Yes.
So he did his thing on the side, but she wasn't really bothered with, as long as he took care of home, huh?
She wasn't stunting it because she called a house.
Oh, see?
Where we was at, and the woman answered the phone and she said, "That girl is not my baby dad. It ain't Macon's child." That's what she said. She said, "His dick is not the only one that can get your pussy pregnant."
Ooh.
So, I kind of do act like her, and then when it comes to the money part of, with her, she always knew how to get money from men because she was a nice looking woman. She was mixed. She was built nice. Like she was built like Alicia Keys.
Oh, okay. That's decent. So what you're saying is that if a dude taking care of home and the dick is long, then you deal with the infidelities as well.
No, I'm not dealing with infidelities because see, the thing is, they were not married.
Oh, they were not married.
Not married. He was with the other woman for 40 years.
Oh.
My brother's mom, and then he knew my mom's grandmom for years before my mom even got grown. See, my dad had me when he was 57.
Woo!
Like I was 37, so he was still pumping it up. So he still made his business to come to Camden, to come see the woman that he got this little girl by. Even though they keep saying I'm not his, but as long as I look at it, I am his because he paid for me, and it is what it is. But she didn't care because she wasn't with him. She wasn't married to him. Neither one of them was married to him. They just knew that they was arguing over a man that was never going to marry them.
Oh man. Oh man. So you had, oh man. So he had like stepchildren, and all that stuff.
Yeah, I got an older brother on my dad's side. That's it. But I got.
Oh, okay. So let me ask you this:
From my mom's side.
Do you? So right now you're not with your baby's father, right?
No, I haven't been with him since I was 22.
Oh damn! So you got together young, had a baby, and then it probably didn't work out or whatever. Now let me ask you this.
Yeah, I don't know. I just said you're not gonna do what you need to do.
Well, this is what we're gonna do real quick. This is what we're gonna do real quick.
Ooh,
So
game
are you? Wait, no, not that game.
Oh.
A different game. What's your? Let me. I want to do some probability things here for you. How old are you, if you don't mind? We don't know who you are just yet, but so you know.
I'm 43.
43. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Good. Are you still interested in seeking a man at this point?
Yeah, I am, and then no, I'm not, because they bring a lot of bullshit. Like, I've noticed there's younger guys that are attracted to me, and that's because I think they looking for a mother figure. And it don't seem right to me to be able to fuck them, and then.
You tried a couple of them, did you?
I tried one young guy.
She belongs to the streets.
And that's okay.
And
And that's okay.
It just wasn't for me.
Yeah. Okay. Is it the attitude or the sex was bad? What actually made it like not so great?
I feel as though they still need to grow.
Oh yeah. Okay. Not physically, but mentally.
Mentally, because I've been past that. So the stuff that they get ready to try to take me through.
Okay. Well,
Been there, done that.
what was they gonna take you through?
They play games.
Oh yeah. Well, look.
Real things get out here and play games. They see another little young thing and they want to be in their face.
Of course. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell.
Exactly.
Let me ask you. Do you want me to steer you in the right direction? Because I got the answer, Sway. I got the answer, Sway. We're gonna do that. Let me read a couple comments here. Then I'm about to break it down for you real quick. I'm gonna tell you
GC going
where
here.
your probability is. Where we can get you right, man. Watch this. Let me read these comments real quick. Steve Harvey everywhere. Too much of him. Seacrest, Nick Cannon, etc. Exactly. Steve Harvey booked F the game up big time. This is correct. The idea of a bad bitch is subjective, means different things to different people. And that's very correct. You got that damn right. And we still are taking votes for the Ghostbuster or the Batmobile. Before we go in, I'm about to go on you, but you got to vote for the Ghostbusters vehicle or the Batmobile, and then I'm gonna steer you in the right direction. What you got?
I got the Batmobile.
Oh, we tied up.
We tied up. All right, bet. So check this out. This is where I'm gonna go with this shit. Right? You're 43, right?
Yeah.
43. Okay. You should give us some dimensions because I'm listening. When I tell you I'm about to get this right for you, I'm gonna steer you in the right direction. I'm gonna tell you exactly what type of man you can get. So let's get some dimensions. How tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
5'7". Okay.
Right.
That's good height. And what size are you?
247.
Oh, that's your weight. At a 5'7". Okay. And your face, what would you in your face, what do you think? Cute, decent?
How about a 1 to 10?
Nah. I don't want to do it that way.
Cute.
You cute?
I'm the shit. Get the fuck about my toilet.
Okay. Damn. All right. So you're saying 247 and 5'7". I want you to describe to me what you would call yourself. Would you say voluptuous? Would you say what would you say?
Voluptuous.
Okay. So what you're gonna say is that your waist is snatched and you got like a fat butt and probably big tatas and stuff like that, right?
Well, let me just say this much. I did have kids, okay?
Okay.
So I had the pouch on it, but that's history. We can get that taken off. But I have big ass legs and my waist is small.
Okay.
And my boobs ain't that big, so I can get away. But like being a big girl, people think that I'm supposed to be a pump. and people think that I'm supposed to be ashamed that
Gotcha.
I am a big woman. That's never affected me. Never.
Okay, so you could get you've been able to get him no matter what, right?
Well, I can get them, but they ain't shit. That's
All right, this is what I'm gonna say. All right, I'm gonna tell you something. Listen to me.
Pause.
I'm gonna tell you something here. This is gonna be real game. And look, how raw you want me to give it to you? Pause.
like old dirty bastard.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
all right, this is coming.
shit.
This is coming then. All right, so this is where we at with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, a lot of dudes are gonna show you interest, right? A lot of dudes are gonna show you interest, and this happens to every shape and every size of woman, right? There are things that are very important to men. Now, most women, unless you were hideous, are going to be able to attract sexual attention from any man, almost any man. There are some dudes who just not fucking nothing but tens because they're like in the top 1% of the world with as far as money, look, status, whatever, and they're not gonna do nothing. But most guys, a guy could be a 9 and he will just fuck a medium all day just because he don't want to deal with the hoopla of this bad bitch that's just gonna like slow him down. Like he trying to smash like right now. And rather than masturbate, he gonna run up on something real quick and hit or whatever. So
Right.
what I want you to understand is that dudes will beat you in the head real bad to so they could get into the goodies, right? And if you were a third date chick, if you were a 90-date chick, if you was soon as the moment right chick, first night chick,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to feel that out, and they're gonna play the game. They might not play the game with just you either, because dudes ain't really got time to be waiting. They're trying to get pussy the fastest. So the more that a woman procrastinates, the more they want to hit something else up, because they like, this bitch over here frauding on the pussy, man. I need to go ahead and see what's good with girl B or girl C.
The other chick.
Yeah,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So
I get it.
that's the thing. Well, this is what I'm gonna say. It depends on where your standards are, right? I know some guys personally that only date larger women, and you know why? Because
Because they feel as though their self-esteem is down.
yeah, right? But I'm gonna tell you what, with that, some of these dudes will give those larger women the fucking world because they feel like that larger female is going to take care of them. They're not going to go nowhere. Not every single dude is knocking their door down the head, and they have a higher probability of loyalty. For real, this is
Because the simple fact is they feel as though their self-esteem is in the basement.
whose self-esteem is in his. Well, no, not always. It's just that the way that
Some guys do that.
some guys are like that. But honestly, most dudes, I'm telling them, man, listen, I'm gonna tell you. Look, I'm gonna tell you what you do.
It's time to dig in.
To get the man that you want. All right, so let me ask you, what are your standards like though? What type of man are you willing to date, as far as looks wise, as far as bread wise? Real quick.
Really, I still want me a black man, because everybody go to a white man. And
All right, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Ouch.
I've never been with a white guy, so I'm just like,
Okay, and listen. There's nothing wrong with having a preference.
I wouldn't mind trying it.
I will not give you a problem for having your preference, ever. But what I want you to do is, I'm a black man myself, so you can't hurt my feelings with that shit. So
Yeah.
what I'm gonna say is, the two things that I did ask you went over your head. I asked you, bread wise and looks wise. How like, go ahead.
As long as he can get by in a rush, as my dad used to say, like you can look at him and be like, oh, he all right, you know what I'm saying? That'll be fine. As for the bread wise, the way this economy is rolling today, even if we gotta struggle,
Give me a number.
where we need to do,
What does he need to make? Give me a number.
what happened?
Give me a number. Like as far as how much money he need to make. 20,000, 50,000, 90,000.
So as long as that man getting up and going to work, I can't say anything.
Bullshit.
I can't say anything.
Bullshit.
I can't say
What do you make a year? Because we're going to go there. What do you make a year? Let's go. Because watch this. This is where it's going to get rough.
Jay,
Huh?
Like, we're not supposed to do that, right?
No. Go ahead. Listen, we're not. Listen, there's nothing for shit. All I'm trying to do is be productive here. I'm trying to get you. I'm gonna point you in the
don't
right
get it
direction.
twisted.
By the time you're done with this, I'm gonna steer you in a direction. You're gonna have a man next week. Watch. Well, let me work with you. The more information
Have a little
I have,
trust, Nikki.
the more information that I have, the more I can steer you in the right direction. I'm about to put you on game. I promise you.
I need somebody. See, I got my bachelor's degree, so I'm working on my master's. In criminal
Oh
justice.
shit. So what you make? All right. So you project to make about 80,000, right?
No, but how about this? I done tried every damn job there is to get into the courthouse, courtroom, all that stuff, and it's just like I'm still living a life like I was when I was 20. So I'm like, what the hell did I go to school for then? Because I know all my stuff, you know what I mean? But it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah, and I was just gonna tell you that it's about your connections. That's a whole nother story. It's definitely
My
connections.
connections that I had, they were jealous because of the simple fact that being though I wasn't shy to say what I felt like saying, at the time as I was getting my bachelor's, they felt as though like, oh wait a minute, she say
Got
things
it.
out of pocket, or she just say things, and you know, and even the men said it, and I was just like, you're a bitch.
Hold. I got to stop you right there. We're gonna stay focused right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what bracket do you need the man to be in? 30,000, 40,000? Because you're probably gonna make about at least 50 to 80,000 with what you're doing, right?
You can do about 50 to 80,000, you know.
What about the dude? What does he need to make?
He can make the same amount as long
All right. Listen. Time out. He's not gonna make that. Because you said you want an average dude. The average black man makes 42,000. Are you good with that?
he going to work.
Yeah.
He hustling.
So you good with that? Forever though. Not like you gonna build him. Not like you gonna work on him. Not like you gonna get him better. He's just going to make 42,000, an equivalent for life. Is that cool?
As long as he's getting up and doing the work.
Okay. All right. We got that out the
Very
way.
good.
We got that out the way. So he could make 40,000. That's cool. All right. So listen. I'm gonna tell you right now. There's a lot of men that are making that. So you're leaving your options way open. That's gonna give you a lot because you don't have a crazy parameter with that. But what about height? Do you have height parameters?
I want him a little bit taller than me.
6 feet or better, or does it matter?
5'6", 5'9".
5'9". Okay,
5'9"
that's the
okay.
average man's height.
And
No.
that's fine with me.
Okay, so so you're in the averages. So and you would consider yourself about average. From what you told me, honestly, I would say, in the average range. I don't see you, so I can't really go hard. But we'll just say you're so all right. So it's not impractical for you to find somebody. You seem like you have a good personality, right? Right. So where are you looking for these guys? Where do you seek guys? Because this seems to be the problem. Because you don't have unrealistic parameters. I got y'all in the sec, caller. I got y'all in the sec, caller. But go ahead, keep going.
My behind always been trying to be the one that been like trying to build the person back up.
Trying to build the person back
Okay.
up, right?
And I'm broken. So,
Yeah.
And she's broken herself.
how can
No,
I
but
do that?
no, forget that part. The broken part is something that you can work on. All you have to do is just do things differently. You have to approach every day like it's the best day ever. You know what I'm saying? You get up and you go in your routine. Pretty soon you forget about how bad things are, and they won't really actually be bad because they're probably not as bad as they seem, right? Once you get a good partner that's with you, that's riding with you, like you said, you down for the struggle, but it's with somebody. So your partner's going to change your perspective on life, right? And if you talking about catering to a dude and all of that shit, what a dude really wants mostly is peace. He wants peace. He would love a person that's fit, but a lot of dudes that are average or below will accept and respect someone who is average or below. Simple as that. Being that you're not looking for the top 10% of men, you don't have to be much more than average, right? You're going to be making more than average money. You're bringing half to the table. You're talking about still being respectful and catering to him. So a lot of dudes would appreciate you, but it ain't gonna be one of these young cats because they got too much in them to be. Don't stop doing that shit. Don't do that anymore. Your target age is going to be 45 to 55, and you may not want to go up.
Right.
Make sure it's a guy that's eating properly. He may not necessarily be in the illest shape, but make sure he's eating properly. Make sure so his blood circulation is well, and he'll be able to perform in the bed like he's supposed to. And that's all you got to worry about. So your target age is going to be 45 to 55. Where are you looking for these men? And I'm going to tell you where you're wrong. Go ahead.
No, I'm not looking for nothing right now.
You have to. You have to. They're not going to come to you just like that. No. The only people who why not? Because you're not in that top 20%. That doesn't happen. Realistically, it just doesn't. Dudes will come to you for sex, but dudes who are looking for wives, you're going to have to put yourself out there in order to find what you want. All right, let's take this. This is what I tell women. You see how you got you looking for jobs? You made sure you got your bachelor's already, and then you went and you got your master's, and then you got your resume, and then you put out applications. Or did you just do your school and then just wait? Somebody will hit me up. Did you do that?
No.
You're actively seeking, right? And you're placing yourself in the right places to make sure you can obtain what you want. It's no different with a man. I need you to take that same energy that you are with your career and put that into getting a man. You have to place yourself in the places where men are. You will find dudes, but you need to start going to some of these conventions. There's always business conventions and shit like that. And if a dude fucks with you, he gonna push up. You know what I'm saying? Once he see what you about, he gonna dig it. Straight like that. But you're not gonna get it sitting on the sideline. I'm sorry. You can't just wait for Mr. Right to come swoop down and pick your ass up. It ain't happening. Captain Saberhold don't operate like that. You gonna have to put yourself out there, just like you did for your career and what you're doing. You're actively pursuing it. You are actively pursuing it, and you're like, you know what? That ain't good enough. I'm about to get my credentials up. So then, guess what? I'm gonna tell you another step. If you start to bring that 247 closer to 180, which is still not ideal, but when you get to that part, you're gonna start to see more men come to you. When you break the threshold of 180, men will start to come to you. You could just be walking down the street with some pretty shit and be cool. A nice little wig joint, get your nails done and shit, make it right. Get just some little pants with a wedgie in it. And these dudes are gonna start running down. I'm trying to tell you, this is how you're going to obtain that shit. You're gonna have to go hard that way. The only way that you're gonna get men is by, just like how you weren't satisfied, you're like, damn, this bachelor's ain't enough. I'm about to go get the master's, right? You're good, you cool right now, and you'll get somebody who won't want to smash. But then now, when you cross that 180 threshold, and then now it's gonna be problems because dudes gonna be like, damn, she thick as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? If you get your waist snatched and all of that shit, listen, I'm trying to tell you, you get to that 180. But that's where you at. I got to get this other caller, though, for real. But we appreciate you jumping in. And you can definitely still come in the comments. You all ready? All right. Take it to the streets TV. Chew the Fat with Smoove. What's happening?
What's happening, man? I'm up with Jay Astro there with the Smoove guy.
What up? I'm Smoove.
What's going on?
What's happening, Jay Astro?
What's up, Uncle Pete?
Who this?
It's TDP.
PDP. What up, PDP? What you got? What you got on this situation, man?
Well, I'll tell you what. This women need to be in the kitchen thing. I mean, I don't know if that was just your title, but I've been listening.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that was it. Cam Newton was going in on that shit.
Man, I've been alone since 17. I'm 48.
Holy shit.
Staying in my wing, and I'm trying to show him some positive things, maybe mechanical things if he's ready to listen and learn, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't about that. You're talking about things about women being this and that and what their expectations are.
Mm-hmm.
When does it go back to the real shit? Because honestly, I mean, I miss pussy. Honestly, I really do, and I miss being with a chick and being all happy and feeling good. But honestly, after all that shit wears off and the lust is over, the sex dwindles down. They fall out of love with you, and then they terrorize your fucking life. And they make your life a living hell. 7 years I tried, and I didn't know what the hell was going on, because I can fix anything like I'm a prodigy.
Got it.
But I don't understand humans.
Well, you've came to the right place, my brother. We're going to go ahead and consult you, too.
I'm 48. I don't have much life left for me, personally.
Bullshit. Unless you're sickly.
I'm not worried about that. I'd rather have the genuine love and the care of a bulldog, like a little puppy dog.
Okay.
And know what true love is. and affection. Because they ain't gonna turn around one day and say, well, I don't fucking like you no more.
Let me tell you something, bro.
Just for the record, brother does have cancer.
Okay.
Shit. Bought her a house, gave her a Benz, gave her a 2-carat ring. You know what the bitch did to me?
She cheated.
Her son tried to swing a baseball bat off and kill me, and then lie, throw me to fucking jail.
She didn't cheat on you?
Because she was, my friend.
Okay.
Who is now
Your friend.
to me several times.
I'm gonna tell you why.
At this point, I went from having a bisexual blonde party girl and had crazy sex for 8 years with all kinds of beautiful women and couples and did all that. Yeah, I'm comfortable with who I am. It doesn't fucking matter. You can give them everything and they still shit on you. They're still just up and change. Why? I don't know why. You can give them the world and they just change like that. So how do you find happiness in today's world? I don't even know.
Let me ask you.
I don't even care anymore.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Let him go.
Let me ask you this.
Let him go, Pete.
Let me ask you this. Did you give her everything she wanted? Did you give her everything she wanted?
Including time.
Did you give? So you saying you gave her everything she wanted?
Even a ring.
Yeah.
That's your problem. That's your problem.
Yeah, because to make them
That's your
happy
problem.
so that, like, whether it be flowers just on a random day to say, here, baby, I love you.
Yeah,
Or-
it's too much. Women get bored with that shit, and I'm gonna tell you why. Here, I'm gonna tell you. Listen, this is the harsh reality.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. And what?
Yeah.
Then
No.
Well, he's too rude, he's too this. So what the hell do you need him? If you don't
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
I've been a dealership technician for like over 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said,
Hey, bro, I'm a technician too. I do problem solving all day. That's my day job, right? But this is what I'm gonna tell you about this part. What you did, I said it last week, and I'm gonna say it again.
Yep.
Give a woman what they need, not what they say they want. Once you start to give a woman what they say they want, they don't want you. And that's just a fact. And it's horrible and it's so stupid because us as men are logical beings, right? And you would think, and that's the whole thing. Just how I was telling homegirl, you can't tell us what we're supposed to want. You can't tell a woman what they're supposed to want. If you ask a woman what they want, go ahead.
A party chick, drinking all the time, smoking mad weed, and having crazy sex. From saying, you know what, I don't want this lifestyle anymore. I want a good girl. So I tried being a stepdad to 3 kids. And
Damn.
And tried to love them.
Ooh, that's a thankless job, bro.
Family. That shit don't work, bro.
No, it don't work. You can't. You cannot. You ain't my dad. Yes. Yo, listen to me. Let me tell you. Yo, listen. Listen to this. For real. Like, listen. It's a thankless job. I never encourage a man to be stepdaddy. I'm sorry, single mamas. But you have, and I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you should never.
Myself to try harder and say, you know what? This party lifestyle wasn't for me. Every night coming home drunk, bitches passing out on the fucking couch, not even making it back to bed. I'm like, I'm getting lonely even though I'm with the chick. Say, damn, the party anymore? Wait a minute, fuck this, and it was done. Then I moved on. The chick was a narcissist. Yo, babe, I miss you. When's the last time you hugged me? When you give me a kiss and say, babe, I miss you? You know, anything. Nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in your head.
Let me ask you this.
Yourself.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Did your female ever feel like there was a threat from that you could go to another woman?
No, she had major insecurities because of her previous relationship. He cheated on her, lied to her, so I couldn't find out.
But was there ever a legitimate threat?
So every time I went out, whether it was to go get some herb or whatever, get a bottle, you're out 10 minutes. Where are you? What are you doing? Like,
Yeah,
what
but
are you doing with all this shit?
no, I dig that. I dig
But
that.
was Pete?
But listen to the question.
Pete, listen.
Hey Pete, let me tell you. I need you to answer this for me.
Sure.
Listen closely though. Was there ever a legitimate threat?
On my ass? No.
Yeah. That's the fucking problem. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something, bro.
You and you alone.
Let me tell you something, bro. That's the fucking problem, bro. And as stupid as it sounds, bro, listen to me when I tell you. I understand women, dude, and I'm trying to tell you. There was no legitimate threat. The only way that a female will respect you is if they feel like they can lose you to another woman. Once they don't feel like you have the potential to fuck another woman, they are bored. They only want to fuck men who other women want to fuck. Period. If they don't think that a woman has a shot.
To me, like, yeah, there was like 2 or 3 times where that happened. Just being a righteous technician, telling a lady, a woman, this is how you do this and this and this with your car. I see what you said to her. I was like, yeah, I'm telling her about her car. No, that's not what it is. it's her insecurities forced on me. After how many years of that, are you going to get tired of hearing that shit? I told her flat out. I said, look, you need to stop with this insecurity shit.
Listen.
When I'm done
This-
with
this-
you, I'm going to bring the bitch home and I'm going to fuck her on the couch right in front of you. Okay?
Listen, dude. Let me tell you something.
You know for yourself.
Here's another thing you did. Those girls with that crazy sex, you supposed to just fuck them, man. You can't wife them. That's Captain Save-A-Hole
Can't
type
make a
shit.
wife out of
Them,
a
them
hoe.
party girls.
All right, buddy.
Yo, them party girls that be fucking. Listen, they have the illest sex. I know what you mean. Listen, I so know what you mean. Those are good side bitches, but they're not supposed to ever be wifey because they will disappoint you every fucking time. I'm gonna tell you, there's a saying. There's something that's common about them. They are.
She belongs to the streets.
Period. That's just what it is.
What do they call?
Personality, the way they look at you, the way they talk, the way they react to what you say. Yeah,
Listen.
I see all that.
That was supposed to be a side bitch.
Pointing shit down the road.
Bro, that was supposed to be a side bitch. That was supposed to be a good side bitch. And I'm gonna tell you what, she probably would have been more loyal to you if you had a real girlfriend and kept her on the side. Swear to God. No, listen.
There was couples and I was fucking the dude's wife and he small dick dude's fucking her. She's looking at me like, I should be having that. And it's like, well, you said bull flop and I dicked the dude's wife down. You
Yeah,
know,
though.
but the sex afterwards was great. I mean, it was the hottest, the fucking most passionate.
Yeah.
It was like-
No, I see, and that's the whole thing. That type of girl is for fun. You're supposed to have her as a side bitch. That would have been the perfect side bitch. No NSA, no strings attached.
Years.
That's She's supposed to be a side bitch, bro. And there are some side bitches who will carry a tenure. That's just real shit. You could have had that as a side bitch forever, and she would have did her thing. You would have did your thing. It would have been no strings attached. You would have never been worried about her, none of that shit. And then you should have had a boring ass wife who will never cheat on you, hold it down at the fucking home. Period. That's just.
I kicked it to two girls beforehand, before I met my bisexual blonde, and they both shot me down, and I said, do you then? And I just kind of faded out. I was doing me. And
Bro,
they both called
let me tell you something.
They both came to the house. And
I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
met my bond.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Listen to this. From what I hear, pickup artists, men who are considered pickup artists. Listen to me. Men who are considered pickup artists report 10% closure rate. So you can't feel bad about that. But what I'm going to say is, you have to understand what your type is. You have to understand what is susceptible to your powers. Because I'm going to tell you, bro.
Years anyway, so whatever. I just want another bulldog that's going to show me.
Bro, listen, it ain't over for you.
And that's it.
That's all you want now.
I mean, yeah, sure. I didn't really buy a girl, but
Yeah. And I hear the discouragement in your voice, but bro, listen, it ain't.
I'm dead anyway.
It ain't over until it's over. I had somebody who had a diagnosis. They were told that they were going to die before they were 20. They told me that when they were 20. You know how old the motherfucker is right now?
45.
Yeah.
Was it right on the money?
No, not right on the money, but you're like within 2 years.
Wow.
1 year, she didn't even make it 5 months.
Okay.
She died in
Well, listen, bro. Listen.
1993.
What do you have right now?
Okay? Stomach cancer.
Okay, that's fucked up.
It's spreading throughout my body. I'm not going to the doctors because I'm not going through that. I watched it twice.
Okay.
I will drink and smoke until I just drop that.
If that's the way you want, and listen,
I don't care.
nobody, listen.
Work hard, party hard, and we're young. And
Nobody can fault you for that. If that's how you want to go out, that is absolutely your decision.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm going to say. You do what you want, but what I'm going to say is there are things that you can do to get that shit out of your system. And you probably don't believe it, but if you want, DM a motherfucker, and I have some shit that people, listen, there's some shit, there is so much shit out that's available to you now that you don't have to just wait on
watch what it did,
major
though,
media.
man. To watch somebody take the chemo shit.
You don't have to do that. That's
He's
not
talking
the
about
answer.
natural remedies.
No, I'm talking about natural remedies. I'm talking about
Pete, listen.
To them being a shadow of what they once were.
Pete, you're not listening,
bro.
man.
Hey Pete, let me tell you something, bro.
No,
Listen, bro.
Pete, relax, dog.
They don't fix you. They get you well enough alone, give you some meds, and say, "Here, I'll see you next month."
I'm not talking about
Convent on car accident. Here, take these injections and this and that. Can you fix my knee? They never fixed it. Oh, sorry, you ran out of PIP money. You know what? I wish I would have died.
Pete, we're not doctors, man.
Hey Pete.
2 years after.
Hey Pete, let me tell you something.
They look at you different. differently. You go to
Pete, just listen, man.
He ain't
Relax.
gonna let me go. I gotta give him the combo breaker. Yo, Pete.
Another Karen. Okay, well, on to the next pharmacy.
Hey, Pete, check this out, though. Check this out.
Everybody wants to judge. Everyone will pass judgment on you without even saying hi to you. Oh, look at him. He's got tattoos.
He venting right now. Should we let him go?
Thumb it.
How are you going to do that?
You want it?
And then go out there and say, after all this shit, I won't be me, do me, and try to put a smile on my face and say, how you doing, cutie? You looking beautiful tonight.
Okay, Uncle Pete, listen.
Speaking to me? Oh, fuck you then.
Uncle
Or,
Pete.
You know, I just don't want to even do it. I mean, I hear what you're saying now.
No, he didn't. You was talking, bro.
Pete, Pete.
I like to talk to you, not even like so much on the air, but just to pick
I know.
the brain on some shit, you know, because everybody else been trying to do me in and get me under, you know.
He's talking to you.
Yeah.
Jay speaks highly of you.
True.
And I love to rap with somebody that actually has intelligence and who's on point and who has a lot to shit to say.
Right, and with that being said, Pete, he's got a lot to say.
That actually means something, not just rhetoric.
Pete, he's got a lot to say, so I want you to listen to him, okay?
Just for a minute.
Just for a minute. Just
for
let
a
him
minute.
go, okay?
Just for a minute.
Have some trust.
At least the answer this time.
You ready?
Keep watching. Good luck with your show, man.
Hey, listen, real quick before you go. Just before you go. Give me 30 seconds. You listening?
30 seconds on the clock.
I only need 30 once you listen. Did he go? Pete, you still there? All right, he might have went.
Nah. Pete,
But
I
that's
know you're
fine,
still
because-
watching.
Oh, somebody's going.
Maybe he hung up by accident?
Take it to the streets TV. Trust Smoove, man. We out here. What's up? We got JS shooting this bitch too. Shooting fat. You on here? Are you here? Can you hear me?
Yellow.
They're listening to Busta Rhymes right now. They're gonna get me copyright striked out this bitch. Touch it. Hey,
Yo, you're drooling.
you on live right now? Do you know this? Chirp. All right,
Fuck him.
They probably called a while ago and then we're still on hold. I don't know. But what I was saying is that PDP, if you're still listening, there's a lot of shit out there. Not fucking
Natural
modern medicine.
remedies.
Fuck modern medicine, in my opinion. I'm really not a believer in most of that shit. I'm definitely not going to talk about the stuff that's happening right now because you damn sure ain't going to get me to demonetize myself before I monetize assholes. You won't get me to do that. You're not going to get me to get a strike. You're not going to get me to say anything that'll limit my views. None of that shit. But what I will say is that, yeah, all that modern medicine is bullshit. There's definitely better shit out there.
And chemo is hard to watch, dude.
Yeah, I know people who listen, dude. I have people who I have probably a dozen family members who are watched go through that. So
Family,
nobody,
not even friends. Family.
no family like blood.
Damn, I'm sorry.
So can't nobody tell me nothing about that. But what I will say is that it depends on your diet. I'm going to tell you a few things you should do. I take 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day. I do take a multivitamin. Miss Lady C over here does. If you're looking for, if you're trying to DM her, is Miss Lady C267. She does the CMOS shit.
Yep.
You can do that. And if you don't want to do that, there's other places to get the CMOS, but I know hers is legit. We
All
use
her
the real
products
shit when
are
they mix
legit.
up.
Yep.
Right? They have that. The CMOS, right? That actually helps a lot. You got to drink hella fucking water. The best water you can find. The homeboy captain, look, follow my homeboy captain, like Life Entertainment. That dude, he got the legit water. He's actually got that, what is it, Kangen water? Is that what it's called?
I'm not too sure what
One
you're
of
talking
them, whatever.
about. Is it
His
like the
water-
black mix they put in the water?
No. It's legit water. No mix. This shit is like.
It's just water.
Yeah, but
shit.
people have. There's claims of people getting rid of diseases and all that shit. But be honest with you, just stop it with the soda shit. Stop it with the sugar shit. Stop it with the bread
I'm working
shit.
on.
All of that stuff will fuck you up. Red meats are very dangerous too. It's all about your diet. You'd be surprised if you went on the right diet. I don't care what disease you have and pretty much how far you are, you will be able to reverse. You absolutely will start reversing. There are people who, some people say, there's been, I looked at Jordan Peterson. He said he went on a chicken and broccoli diet. He stopped snoring within the first week.
Really?
He said he had psoriasis and went away within a month.
Wow.
All kind of shit. So it's like, dude,
Damn.
I'm just saying, stay away from the red meats. You can still do chicken. Chicken is not the best, but it's not harmful, right?
Chicken and rice.
You need to do more vegetables. You need to do more water, less meats, less bread, less sugar, and you will live way fucking longer. Smoking
So
and
is
drinking is not that detrimental to you. I drink all the time. My vitals are always perfect. I'm always 120/80. My cholesterol level is always perfect. My weight, my BMI is a 24, which is on the top of the ideal stage, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So listen, fuck that. I drink. You see me drink. I do my drink. You see me with this goddamn vape. Listen, bro. I'm telling you, I could outrun damn near anybody.
You're gonna
my
outrun
age.
me. I can tell you right
beat
now.
people the fuck up. That are any. Listen, if you don't get paid to fight, I will probably beat you the fuck up. All I'm trying to tell you is that your health is very important and it's very easy to maintain. Stay away from sugar shit. I don't eat any sweets aside from this on this Wednesday. This is like my cheat day. I don't even drink on any other day for real. I might drink one other day out of the week, once a month.
You drive
or some
too
shit
much.
Like that. Yeah, I do lots of driving. And sweets, this is the only sweets I have this whole week. I don't do any cakes. I don't do any cookies. I haven't eaten a cookie in like a year. Like
Not even at Christmas time or no type of special occasion?
I have cakes on my birthday. I'm definitely going to devour an entire cheesecake, but that's not going to kill me.
Yeah, not
But
once a year.
I'm just saying, all of that shit, that's how, stay away from the sweets on a regular. I don't drink no sodas. I don't even drink juice anymore. I drink, the sweetest I go is Gatorade, and I drink mostly seltzer water. Flavored seltzer water, which has 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 salt, none of that shit.
What does it have in it then that makes it flavored? Just the food coloring or whatever?
Just the flavoring. It's not like a hardcore flavor. It's just tolerable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But after you drink it for a while, you become.
See, I don't drink that
I
shit.
drink a lot of water.
I drink water and Gatorade.
You don't drink soda?
No, I just recently gave it up like a month ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. You can live longer, but you definitely have to work on your diet. Your diet is pretty much going to do it. Your body is built in the kitchen. Period. Shannon Sharp said that shit. And I was like, yo, that shit was
My boy
hard.
Sean said
that was
that all the
bars
time.
when he said that shit. Your body's built in the kitchen. He said that shit. I was like, damn, that shit go hard, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, that's facts for real. That right there. Do your gym as much as you can. I try to do like 2 times a week. I need to do more, but I don't have time. I'm doing too much.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into
shit.
calisthenics.
Yeah. So
Not even in a gym, just calisthenic
that's
exercises
just
are
where
great
it's
too.
at. But all I can tell people is that if you were if you don't want to be single, you don't want to die alone, you can complain, you can gripe about other people, or you can go ahead and say, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, I can do something about it. Maybe I'm the problem. Or maybe I can see what I can do to improve.
Right.
Maybe I could work on myself to put myself in a better category. And I feel like in both instances, the calls we got today, I feel like there were certain things I knew right off the rip what they were doing when that was wrong. Right off the rip. And I could definitely see them getting better results. There are things that you just have to do.
Now, would you believe that they live in the same exact place?
Like building?
Like in the same
City,
development.
town, whatever. That's fine.
No, I'm asking you, would you believe that?
I believe whatever you tell me. You ain't been capping yet, so
Right.
you don't give a fuck.
They both live in the same
That's
development.
fine. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
But the reason I'm asking you if you believe it, do you believe that you're a product of your elements, environment?
to a certain extent, but not really. Not really. Because
So if you're in the projects, you're not expected to be low frequency?
I grew up in 07, 106. The heart, like I'm right there smacking Newark. And I
Right.
look at most of the people who were around me. There are some people who were successful. There are some people who were fucking prodigies that came out of my zip code. There are some people who were fucking savages and degenerates. It is what it is. You are you're exposed to it, but what you choose to do with that information is what you do. You could see a bad example. And you could be like, you know what? This ain't for me. I want to do better. You can see that bad example and be like, oh, showtime. This is what's up. So there's a difference. It's all about choices. What do you choose to do in life? My entire family has grown up in that zip code. And right now, all of my siblings are making moves. Everybody's doing something productive. Everybody.
It's inspirational.
Everybody.
It really is.
Everybody. When I say everybody, I mean everybody. We're all. All right. Well, I will say this: we did come from a different culture. So we were raised in a Guyanese household. Our parents are Guyanese.
That's right.
So maybe that's different. Not
So for people that
better
don't
or worse.
know, what does that entail?
A Guyanese household. Well, I'm gonna tell you work ethic. I watched my mother work several jobs. My father did full-time jobs, 2 full-time jobs for years. Like 8 hours and then another 8 hours. 2 full-time jobs in a day. So, and then I watched my mother work overnights for years and then wake up and bake shit and go do crafts and ceramics and everything else, constantly working.
So your pops was probably getting 3 hours of sleep too, huh?
Nah,
because you figure 8 times 3 is 24, right?
Yeah.
So he had 8 hours. There's driving.
So that's what I'm saying. So
what?
We got to witness work ethic, and most of us are not lazy. So like for real, yeah, I'm pretty sure that had a lot to do with work ethic. They were strict as hell. It was a double-edged sword because certain things they made me do. Like I couldn't do shit. I couldn't ride my bike off the block. I rode my bike off the block one time and got my ass whooped. I literally went around the block and came right back. Got my ass whooped, yo. And so what happened when I turned 18? And then it was like, oh shit, I can do shit.
Right. You had a little more freedom, or like a lot more freedom.
I had availability. So it was just, at that point, it was like a rubber band. All that tension was building up, and then I just fucking snapped. And now I became like a man whore. And I can't say degenerate, but I definitely did a whole bunch of shit. That whatever. Like I did, listen, dude, I'm not gonna get indicted tonight, but I did a lot of shit. I did a lot of shit. That most people will never, ever get the opportunity to do or wouldn't dare to do. I did a lot of shit. But, I don't regret any of it. I learned from most of it. And, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I did learn what work ethic is. So me and lazy, nah. Doesn't go together. Me and lazy don't go together. I did absolutely learn work ethic. And just consistency and everything else. They, for the most part, they did very well. As far as their effort, I'm pretty sure they gave a very solid effort. You know what I mean? They tried as hard as they could with what they were doing, and they had a lot. And there was 6 of us, so it was a big deal. They had a lot. It was 6 of us, so they had a lot of work that they had to do. You know what I'm saying? To try. So there were certain things that some of us missed, like birds and the bees talk and shit like that. I had to find that out.
Listen, I was one of 2, and I didn't get that.
I had to figure that out through friends at school and porn. And
same.
That's where my perception lies.
In porn? Oh shit! I think you're in trouble, buddy.
So yeah, that's where we at with it. But no, for real, that's how this shit go. But no, I don't regret anything that they did.
Right, so you don't feel like you're a product of your environment.
To a certain extent, you are a product of your environment, but you could be a good product or a bad product. Put it that way. You know what I'm saying? All right, 2 people go to jail. 2 guys get raped. One guy realizes he loves, DNA. The other guy realizes, man, I hate them motherfuckers. 2 different outcomes, same scenario.
Okay.
Right? Very, very easy to visualize and understand how both of those can happen, right? I'm sorry I had to be so graphic. But
no, it's
pretty
a
much
good way to get
down.
the point across.
It's a good analogy. It's rugged as it is. Good analogy. Yeah. You can be, everyone's is a product of their environment, whether they like it or not. What you witnessed and what you've experienced is absolutely going to have some type of impact on what your life is going to be in the future. But it's up to you as an individual. You have to be responsible. As an adult, you understand good from bad.
Right, and that's how you level up.
You're responsible for it. You will be charged with it. If you were bad, you will be charged. They're not going to say, oh, well, you grew up in such and such. Oh, you were exposed to. I mean, it's very rare that a judge will be compassionate enough to realize, okay, well, damn, he did have this happen. Like, they don't give a fuck. Listen, you did this. This is what the time is for that particular instance.
Right. That's what they're getting paid for right there.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how that shit go. So, damn, we need a tiebreaker, though.
No, Pete. He was Batmobile, remember? I showed you the text.
Batmobile not about to win again, is it? For real?
It's 2-1. Uncle Pete said Batmobile.
No.
If,
I'm really hoping for another vote.
Nikki voted Batmobile too, right? So it's 3-1.
What?
right?
She said Batmobile?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
All
it's
right, what's
3-1.
up?
Yeah.
Honestly, I got a whole
Wow.
bunch of Ghostbusters. I really thought
6 weeks
I
in a
waited
row.
3 weeks for this goddamn Ghostbusters car, and it's about to be out of here. You are crazy for picking a Batmobile again.
Yeah,
Fuck y'all,
facts.
this goddamn Batmobile.
God, I didn't
Fuck
think the
y'all and this
Ghostbusters
Batmobile.
thing was going to
But
beat
it's
it.
new
But
users. That's the problem. We had to catch them.
Pete's not a new user. He's been watching for a little while now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he still like the Batmobile. Fuck. I don't know what I'm gonna beat it with. I got one for next week, but I'm not even confident anymore. Damn.
You know?
Fuck. Okay. That
If
is-
that's still here, if that makes it 7 or 8, I'll give it 8 weeks. If that makes it 8 weeks, I'm going to get something to beat it. It's always you bringing the cars, right? I'm going to get something to beat it if it
Get
makes it
something
8
to beat
weeks.
Get something to beat it. Oh well, I'm gonna lock it off at 10 anyway. You can't make more than 10. I'm sorry. That's like
Okay.
at that
That's
point,
reasonable.
we're gonna induct it into like the championship.
The Hall of
champion.
Fame.
No. Well, there'll be a championship where that one will go against anybody else.
That
When we
makes
get,
it 10 weeks.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my
we'll go
God.
to 4 10-weekers, and then we'll put them together. But 10 weeks is the max. You can't get more than 10 weeks. I'm sorry.
We're halfway there. We're more than halfway there.
If it gets 10, they didn't get in 10 weeks. Fuck that.
All right. How long do you think we should give them to vote?
I'm gonna give them like 5 more minutes, and then that's it because we're gonna be the fuck up out of here in a minute.
I know that's right.
So I'm starting to go home.
Wow. So Pete and Nikki and GC, right? GC wanted.
No, he said Ghost. DC
He
said
said
Ghostbusters. The other two said.
Who was the?
Batmobile.
So it's 2-1 then.
Yeah,
We
2-1.
could essentially have a tie.
Yeah, if one more motherfucker will vote here, yeah, we'll have a tie.
Yeah. So what's up? We need one more vote.
I was hoping. I
Ooh,
was really
no.
banking on this shit, bro. I literally waited for this car for 3 weeks and could not get that bitch to vote in. It doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter.
We got to get somebody to vote.
Yeah, no, let them rock, man. If that's what they want, man. Listen, I am a slave to the mob, and whatever my mobsters here say is gonna go. If they like the fucking Batmobile, I keep bringing that bitch back. I'm not gonna take it off because I want it off. That's why I don't vote. I am a slave to the mob. Right, mobsters? Y'all understand that. I'm only gonna bring it in what y'all want me to bring in. That is what it is.
Come on, we need one more vote,
No,
guys.
we don't. It's
we
okay.
need one
Let
more
them rock,
vote.
man. If you feel compelled, vote for whatever you want. If you feel compelled, vote. If you do not, yeah, you should vote no matter what. But I don't care what you vote for. Let me put it that way. So, in a nutshell, what I will say is, men, you have to do better. I heard homeboy PDP had a lot of gripes, but he made a few mistakes.
He's had a hard life, man.
I understand he had a hard
He's
life.
had a
I'm only
hard
here.
life.
Listen, we're not. That's not part of the variable.
No, it's not an excuse. You're right.
No, not. And I'm not saying that may not have contributed to some of the decisions he made. I definitely don't want to dunk on him. That's not what we're here for.
No.
I'm only here to be productive. And so he, or even if he don't give a fuck no more, which is sounding like he's already accepted his fate, and that's cool. And that's what he absolutely. That's his prerogative, and kudos for that. As long as you got a plan, you got a plan, and that he has a plan, and whatever he want to do with his life is absolutely his right. But what I do want to say is that maybe he could advise somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
That's what he tries to do with
And
me.
that's what I'm saying.
Honestly.
Maybe he could advise somebody else, what he's trying to do with you or something else. And that's the only reason why I would explain it to him, because he's of age, and there's going to be somebody who's going to look up to him. There's going to be somebody who's going to listen to his game, and some people. And I'm going to tell you, people who did well and people who did poorly, as long as they recognize their failures. I think a person who did poorly can probably be
more successful.
at least as good as an example as somebody who did well, if they recognize their failures.
Right.
As far
I
as
agree.
advice is concerned, right?
I think they could probably be more influential.
It depends. I mean, shit.
With what they do with
if
it,
I do
right.
exactly what a success does, then I know I'm going to make it probably, right?
Right.
So, but they can probably do it well as well.
In theory,
I think they can
kind
do
of
as well.
thing.
Yeah, as long as they recognize their failures, right? And he seemed. I don't think he recognized his failures.
No, he does. I'd say he does.
No, I listened to what he said, and I'm not saying that he doesn't know better now, but I don't think he pinpointed his failures.
Nah,
from
but
what I said,
he only had so much time to talk, though. You know what I mean?
well, listen, I'm just going by, I'm taking it at face value. I know you
Right.
understand more in depth, but what I'm saying is this: he did the best that he could. He gave the female everything he wanted, that
Right.
they wanted. I'm sorry, and that was a major issue for me because I just said it last week, didn't I? Fucking don't give a girl what they
Too much,
what
right.
They say they want. No, not too much or too little. Let's give a girl what they need,
versus what they
not
want.
what they say
right.
they want. Because what they say they want is not really what they want. A female is going to say they want certain shit. They're going to want a man who's in touch with his feelings, but that's not masculine. Females are not inherently attracted to men who are feminine. They like to do things from a position of power, but when you give them that power and you give them everything, they lose attraction to you and then go for somebody who's an asshole, because that's what they're more attracted to. They're more attracted to a man who's going to pretty much dictate or at least lead. They're more attractive to an assertive man. A man who agrees with a woman. If you don't drive a woman nuts, she's going to be bored with you. Women love emotional variety. When you be like,
what do you mean by that?
I'm going to tell you exactly what I mean by that. When you see a woman and she's with a dude who is straight trash, doesn't make any fucking money, doesn't do anything productive with his spare time, probably cheats, probably slaps the shit out of her, all of that stuff, I'm going to tell you what it is that attracts the dummies to them. They are attracted to emotional variety because it keeps them having to chase him. They have a purpose. Their purpose is to
help him, right?
To help him and to earn his validation. Because if they feel like they're not worthy, this guy is so low and they're not worthy of him. Why the fuck doesn't he find me worthy? Why does this dude who doesn't have anything not value me? Why doesn't he understand what I am? So it's that dumbass game. And some of those dudes who ain't shit know how to play that game. You know what I'm saying? So if a female is chasing a dude who ain't shit, who ain't got no bread, who ain't got no fucking purpose, nothing really going for them, they might look alright, probably sing okay dick or better, and that's about all it requires, because the female has a purpose. She has to seek his validation. She has to chase him. She has to worry about what other bitches he's trying to fuck. Why? You know what I'm saying? It makes them do shit. It gives them a purpose. You know what I'm saying? They're not bored because they're
doing
constantly
something.
Trying to chase this guy's validation. Whereas a dude who appreciates a woman is boring because they've already conquered that. A dude who respects them fully is boring because they've conquered that. There's nothing left to do. It's like once you beat Grand Theft Auto, you beat the game already.
Grand Theft Auto might not be the best.
What game do
There's
you
so much shit you could do. Like Call of Duty, if you played the Call of Duty campaign.
Yeah, if you played the Call of Duty campaign, we'll go with that for the fucking gamers. I don't game because I'm way too productive to be a gamer. I'm sorry. Ooh. But we're going to go there. But what I'm saying with that shit is that if you play Call of Duty campaign, right, and you beat it, once you beat the game, it's not as fun going back and doing anything.
Right. You're not going to keep going back.
You know, you can try to do multiplayer mode, which is, I don't know if y'all get that spin on it, but
right.
Multiplayer mode might make it interesting, but most of us don't have the option for multiplayer mode. You know what I'm saying? So
not everybody has Wi-Fi.
Right. So I went over a lot of y'all motherfuckers' head. I want you to run this back, run it back like 10 times until you figure it out. You'll figure it out. But
bars.
Once you beat that shit, it's boring. You got it. You conquered it. You want the next game.
Right.
Call of Duty 4, Black Ops, or whatever the fuck. This shit's boring now. Like, you already beat it. You already have everything that game has to offer. And what people don't understand about women is that women find consistency to be very boring. Stability to be very boring. That's boring for women. Emotional variety, yay. Winning, that's what it is. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. A female has to be concerned about you. You try to give a woman assurance, that's a big mistake. Don't do that stupid shit. That's stupid shit. Do not give a woman assurance. Once she is sure that she has you, and you be like, nah, baby, you ain't got to worry about nothing. It's all about you, man. You know what that bitch gonna say? Shit. What Ray doing over there? What Pookie doing over there? She gonna go find Pookie and Ray. You know what I'm saying?
Come lay on my couch.
He gonna come bring that mediocre dick, need a place to stay, and then he gonna be the next motherfucker doing what to do. So what I'm trying to tell you is that don't make the mistake, which most men do initially, because what we're taught is sugar and spice and things that's nice, right? You're taught, or we're what, snails and puppy dog tails. Have you heard those?
I've never heard that one.
How you never heard those nursery rhymes? Are you kidding me?
No, the first one you said I did,
It's the
but
same
the
fucking
snail
nursery rhyme.
tail. Yeah,
It's the
I never
same
heard
one.
that.
It's the same one. So you listen to half of it. It's the same one.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Now, yeah, you can learn a lot from
The
a
more
dummy,
you
man.
know.
I'll tell you that. So that's what I'm saying. Don't get caught up in that bullshit. Stick to your game plan. And I'm going to tell you, men, you know what's crazy about this shit? Naturally, men behave like this. It's only society and the recent feminism and everything that has men retracting from what they normally do as men. Normally, you'll be listening to that goofy shit. Once somebody start on that rah-rah nonsense, you be like, man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, you don't listen to none of that. But when you start listening to this feminism, and then you start going in and paying attention to what females tell you that they want, and you listen to that shit, like get into your feminine side and all that stupid ass goofy shit. Man, that shit is out, bro. That shit is completely out. You can't do that. You're gonna lose. Be a man, hold your masculine frame, do what you're supposed to do what you're born to do what comes naturally, and you'll be fine. Stay on your purpose, be productive, and everything else will fall into place. Period. You don't have to worry about nothing else. Everything else will fall into place. And that's all I have today. So, what you got, homeboy?
I think the most important thing to take away from all of this is wrapped up best by you.
That's it?
Yeah,
you had
I
something?
mean,
I thought you had something.
I was setting you up right there. You missed it.
Okay.
No, but seriously though.
Yeah. Do you have something?
No, I'm saying I'm trying to.
I was really hoping you. All right, so let me ask you this then. What did you take away? What message did you get from today?
To stay
I want to
hungry.
make sure that I want to make sure that we're reaching the youth, like for real, for real. If you had to deal with a woman, how would you approach it differently after listening to that?
Yeah, I mean, every time I come on the show, either as even the first time as a guest, or every other week now, every week, whatever, we make it as a co-host, I always take something away. That's why I love coming here. There's always something to learn.
True.
That's what I look at this as. It's a learning experience. Not even so much the fun of doing the podcast. I come here to learn something. I sit back and I listen to someone who's double my age, not to make you feel old, but...
I don't. Listen, I'll bag a 20-year-old if I feel like it, bro. You try me. I don't, but I could. I really could, but I don't. You don't believe? You know, don't make you believe that.
No, but for real though, what have I taken away from tonight? To A, work on your delivery.
Yes.
But
Yep.
B, you want to maintain your masculine frame in all of what you do as a man in a relationship. If you're doing too much, you know, that's something I take away from a lot of what you say. Like, women are going to, like you said, get bored and probably not even be attracted to you at all if you're acting feminine in any way.
Yeah.
If they feel related to you as like a friend, you know, like one of the...
Friend zoned.
Right, exactly.
You're trying to be in the end zone.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to score. You know what I mean? And you could only be Cam Newton for so long till you're on the bench or being a free agent like he is right now. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, Cam Newton may be a free agent on the football field, but when it comes to women, that ball is the starting quarterback. I promise you. I promise you right now. Even with all this goofy shit he talking about right now, and I'm not gonna say
That's
all
more
of it.
exposure.
Listen, dude, let me tell you something. Cam Newton is a starting quarterback when it comes to the women. I'm not gonna listen. First off, I think he's over 6 feet. He's a football player. He's got a football player's build.
I'm gonna say he's
No?
like 6'3".
Dude, listen to me when I tell you. He's a starting quarterback when it comes to the women. Ain't nobody gonna tell you different. He's got the status. He's got the money. Stop it.
He's
No
6'5".
matter what he says. 6'5". That's fucking tall.
Yeah.
No matter what he says, he's in the building. Period. That's just how the shit gonna go.
He's looking over the line with this much left over the line.
No,
You
that's
know
what I'm saying.
mean?
So it's like, listen, do not get that twisted for a second. That did not affect his pussy game at all. I promise you. He can say whatever he wants. It absolutely will affect his football career. I don't think he's going to get on for at least. I don't think he's going to be put on this year, to be honest. I would be shocked if somebody.
That football team in PA isn't going to take him. I think they're. I think.
If I did, I predicted it. You heard it here first.
No, I think you're right though. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I
you
thought
said it.
that.
I was
It's,
like,
it's
oh,
unfortunate
yeah.
that those are the circumstances that would provide that for him, but I
It is
think
what it is
it's
now.
feasible. It's definitely feasible. There's a place for it.
I hope he doesn't sit there.
And I think he still got some shit with him. He just has to have the right people with him. But whatever. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. We don't do sports too much. I'm pretty sports inclined right here, especially when you talk about the NBA. But we're not gonna get into that. But anyway, I'm glad you did take that. And women, this is what I'm gonna say. You do excellent with your careers. Y'all are killing it right now. Congratulations. That's awesome. I commend you for that. Kudos. And I hope you continue to rip it in that fashion, right? In that realm. However, I feel like you should just bring that same energy to pursuit in the man that you desire. And I hope homegirl, what was her name? Nikki,
Yep.
Yeah, Nikki.
Mama Nikki.
Nikki,
Love you,
for real,
Nikki.
for real. Shout out to Nikki for being so open and honest. We appreciate you for being so candid with us. I hope you take heed to some of my shit. If you want. I do consultations. I can help people for real. I'm going to be charging very soon. I'm not there yet. It depends. Anything more than a half hour.
Hit 'em up while it lasts.
Anything more than a half hour. Anything more than a half hour, I'm gonna charge you for it. I'm sorry. I have to because when
Hit him up while it lasts.
One thing you can't get back in life is time. But until then, before I could steer people in the right direction, not just for Nikki, but for anyone, men and women who want to be steered in the right direction to get what it is you are in pursuit of as far as relationships are concerned. We focus on this channel on mental health and relationships for real. And we appreciate everybody for stopping in. We love y'all for that. Y'all could have been anywhere, but you came fuck with us. In the midst of everything else going on tonight, we know there are some heavy hitters who we are challenging right now.
Speaking of heavy hitters,
I am so sorry. I am very mad about this, only because I spent the premium on this shit, for real. I really did. That shit is fucking matte black, and it just beat this shiny ass classic caddy with all the bells and whistles. I don't understand it. But it is what it is. People like that Batmobile, man. It is what it
is
is.
that the clicky click?
No, it doesn't even. None of these are doing that anymore. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, we have to send this hoe off in the Ghostbusters, man. The Echo, was it Echo 1?
Mm-hmm. Ecto 1.
The Ecto 1 has to go. I apologize to anybody who appreciated Ecto 1, but fucking.
Goodbye.
Sorry. The Batmobile wins again. It's facing another challenge next week, which I'm sleeping on, but y'all motherfuckers surprised me this week, so I wouldn't be surprised to be surprised next week. And that's what it is. And until next time, stay hungry, my friends. Never thirsty.